All right, buckle up everyone for a deep dive into Tesla's latest move. They just dropped the curtain on their new RoboTaxi, and, well, it's got everybody buzzing.
Yeah, forget hailing a cab. Picture this. A futuristic pod pulls up. No driver.
Straight out of a sci-fi flick.
Exactly. And that's the future Tesla's aiming for.
So we're rolling up our sleeves, digging through all the news and expert takes to give you the inside scoop on Tesla's self-driving ambitions.
And it's more than just, testing the waters. This is a full-on cannonball into the world of autonomous vehicles.
Yeah.
A whole new fleet, a whole new plan to shake things up, how we get around, all of it.
Let's break it down then, starting with this cybercab. This isn't your grandpa's Tapsi, no way.
Not even close.
Imagine a sleek two-seater, but here's the thing, no steering wheel, no pedals. It's designed for autonomy from the ground up.
And get this, they're aiming for a price tag under 30 grand.
Whoa, hold up, under $30,000.
You heard that right.
That's practically unheard of for this type of tech, right?
It's a game changer if they pull it off. It could completely undercut the competition and, maybe even change the way we think about owning a car altogether.
$30,000. But Tesla's, well, they've had some ambitious pricing goals before, right? Remember the Cybertruck?
Right. Initially announced at a much lower price point than what's currently available. It's a bold move, for sure. Only time will tell if they can actually stick to it this time.
And they didn't stop there. Oh no, they hit us with the Robovan too.
Now, that's a glimpse into the future right there.
It's like a futuristic shuttle almost. Imagine a fleet of these things. School buses, airport shuttles, maybe even like mobile offices, who knows?
Up to 20 passengers, they're saying.
Mm-hmm.
This is Tesla's vision. A future where transportation is shared, electric, and autonomous. They're not just trying to sell a car anymore, they're selling a whole new way of thinking about getting around.
So it's bigger than just, these vehicles. It seems like they're going for a whole ecosystem around them, right? Like almost a Tesla-powered ride-hailing network.
Yeah, picture this. You open up an app, order a ride, and a driverless cybercab rolls up. The future's here, right?
It sounds like it.
But important to remember, though, this concept, it's not entirely new. We've got companies like Waymo, Cruise, they're already out there. Autonomous taxi services are already running in certain cities.
Right. Yeah, I've heard of them. So then what makes Tesla's approach different? What's their angle?
Well, the big difference, the potential game changer, is they're not just talking about a fleet they control. They're talking about everyday Tesla owners, people like you and me, sharing our cars.
Oh, interesting. So you're saying my car could be out there earning money for me while I'm at work?
Exactly. Like a side hustle, right?
Okay, now that you mention it, that is a pretty compelling idea. But wouldn't you be a little, uneasy, letting your car just roam around without you?
Sure. I mean, I get it. Especially, Elon Musk does have a history of, shall we say, ambitious timelines when it comes to this stuff. Full self-driving, it's been right around the corner for a while now.
Full self-driving by 2020, right? We all heard it.
Yeah, so understandable to be a little cautious.
Totally. But are there any actual, roadblocks? Or is it just a trust thing?
Well, they did show off actual vehicles this time, not just, concept art. But even with that, the regulations around truly driverless cars, that's still a work in progress. It's going to take time to get the laws and safety regulations up to speed. It's not just a tech problem to solve.
Okay, so we've got futuristic robo-taxis on the one hand and ambitious plans for, a whole ride-hailing revolution on the other. And somewhere in the middle, a healthy dose of, I'll believe it when I see it, right?
It's healthy to be skeptical, I think, when it comes to this kind of stuff.
Sure, but let's, bring it back down to earth for a sec. Why should this matter to the average person?
Right, good question. Because this isn't just about Tesla, right? This isn't about them, disrupting the car industry again. It's bigger than that. It's potentially about our cities, how they function, how we get around to them.
Okay, so paint that picture for me then. What's the big picture here? What are we talking about?
Well, imagine cities, but with less traffic, way less. Fewer accidents, too. And public transportation that actually, works, that's actually enjoyable. Those are just a few of the potential upsides.
Yeah, no, that does sound pretty utopian when you put it like that.
Yeah.
But, is it all sunshine and rainbows? What about the downsides?
Of course, there are always downsides. For example, what happens to all the people who drive for a living? Millions of jobs, right? And what about data privacy? Our cars are basically computers on wheels now. Who controls all that information?
Man, yeah, those are some heavy questions. Makes this whole robo-taxi thing feel less like a cool tech gadget and more like, like a turning point almost.
It is. It's a big deal. And that's why I think it's important we're having these conversations, even if it feels like, a long way off.
Totally. So what's next for Tesla on this whole robotaxi thing?
Well, they said they're aiming to roll out their unsupervised, full self-driving tech as early as next year, at least in Texas and California.
So we could have driverless cars on the road in 2025?
It's definitely possible, though they've got a lot of work to do. They need to prove this technology is safe, actually safe, in the real world, before they can convince regulators and everyone else, really, that robotaxis are ready for prime time.
Yeah, I mean, it's a bold move, that's for sure. Will Tesla actually pull it off this time, or will it be another case of, Elon time? Guess we'll have to wait and see. Anyway, thanks for joining us for this deep dive into the world of Tesla's robotaxi revolution. Catch you next time.